Hello, 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 and we are live. Wow. Look at those happy, happy faces. Oh my God. I am so honored to be on this small little show with you all, guys. Thank you so much for actually agreeing to add me on into your team this afternoon. A very good afternoon to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We are actually on time. If anything, we are 2 minutes early. So well done. But anyway, myself, my name Rujeko. I am based here in Melbourne, Australia. I am a mom of two, and I am very, very excited to be hosting today's topic. We are going to be looking into, the current economic climate that we have worldwide, and sort of just build encouragement on, as diasporians, with everything that's going around, how can we actually build each other up? But before we go into the discussion, we would like to first have the team introduce themselves and let us know where you're streaming live from. Okay, we'll start with you, Sharon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Thank you, Rijeko. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. As Rijeko said, my name is Sharon. I'm based here in Melbourne, originally from Zimbabwe, and I'm a mom of two beautiful girls, and I'm also on the side a digital business owner. Thank you. So excited about to here today.
Oh, wonderful. Nashley.
Hi, thank you so much, Rojeka, for having this for us. So I'm actually mom of two from Australia, Perth, and excited to be here. A proud DJ business owner, and also working in the healthcare. So thank you guys for having us here today.
Fantastic. And of course, the man in the house, Coach Erengai.
Yes, thank you, Rojeko. I'm Erengai. I live here in Perth, Western Australia, with my family. I'm a digital business owner as well and digital business coach. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Well, here we are. Initially, we had actually planned this live session. I was supposed to be hosting it with Mr. Erengai, but you know, a few things happened. We had to reschedule it, and we're back again. And I'm really excited to have Sharon and Ashley as well join in as we discuss this very, what can I say, very important topic. As we all know, things have not been looking so good economically worldwide. Talk about the cost of living, talk about, the buying power, talk about even it's very difficult, even just to get a job now. There's a lot of competition, and it's happening all over the world. You speak, it doesn't matter, you speak to the person in South Africa, you speak to that person in Zimbabwe, in the United States, it's the same story. We are all crying. Inflation is everywhere, and especially with the recent, happenings that have been happening in the Middle East. It's just affected everyone. So we want to delve into that, and we want to see, let's start with Mr. Erengai. Let's start with, delving into the current economic climate. What pointers can you share with us over there?
Okay, once again, thank you. Makoro Koto, congratulations if you are watching this live, even if you are watching it as a replay, congratulations. Thank you, Richeko, for your question. That's a good question. Okay, before I answer you, right, I need to give a background of how things work in this world,
Mm,
right? And how the economic hardships can affect each and every person.
mm,
So this is how things work,
mm,
right? There are, I can say, three levels of people or categories of people. There are people on the top, there are people in the middle, there are people at the bottom. So the way it structures is structures like a pyramid. So the rich on top are few,
Mm,
then the middle, they are more than the rich, but fewer than the bottom, where the masses are at the bottom. So if
mm,
hardships come, it depends where you are, right? So if you are at the top, and for example, you're a business owner, those people who have the money, who control the economy, they're business owners,
mhm.
right? The economy hits them different. Those at the middle also different. Those at the bottom also different,
Yeah.
right? Business owners, if the economy hits, for example, we had a crisis with fuel, right?
Mhm,
Acquiring fuel was expensive recently,
mhm,
right? And everyone is aware. So what
mhm,
business owners do, they just put a markup on the prices, right? That's
mm,
it doesn't affect them much. And when they put a markup on the price, it hits the people at the bottom because they are
yeah.
going to pay for that extra charge, for that extra cost. It's
Mm,
the people at the bottom who pay, right?
mm,
So if you're a business owner, the economic crisis or economic hardships, they hit you different. If you're at the bottom, you
it's
are
true.
absorbing everything, right?
Mm,
If anything for the people at the on top, right? If it hits them hard, they're going to close their
mm,
businesses.
mm.
And if they close the businesses, it's the same person at the bottom who suffers because he's going to lose the job again. You
Yeah.
see, yeah. So there's different ways how it impacts or affects people. So if
Mm,
you're at the bottom, you are on the receiving side always. If it
okay.
hits, if it hits hard on the top, it always come back to you. They get all the losses from you again.
Mm,
You have to you have to adjust. That's how it works.
mm,
So we have to understand how things work first to
mm,
see, yeah, to understand our position and to help us have more insight into what we could do. Um, okay, and otherwise, I'm going to dig into other questions now. Okay, I'll leave
mhm,
it. I'll leave it right now. Right now,
mhm,
then I'll back to you. Thank you,
mm.
Reject.
I like that. I love that. The way you've explained that is very clear. And I guess it's about identifying, which place in the pyramid you are during these hard times. I especially want to zoom into those that are at the top when they are closing down. Definitely, they're going to be moving in another direction. But let's leave that hanging for now because we'll go more into it. And quickly, I just want to go over the inflation rates that we're currently looking at. It. I think in Australia, I looked more of Australia, and I think in Australia at the moment we're sitting at 3.8%. That was April of 2026. And by end of quarter, by end of July, they are predicting that inflation will go up. It should be 3.9%. At one time, there were very, very heavy concerns that, probably sometime during the end of the year, we will definitely hit the 5% mark. But I don't think it will happen, but it was a looming concern. And for people that are watching us, if you understand inflation, inflation is, of course, when that currency actually drops, right? The currency drops and it affects what we call your buying power, right? It affects a lot. Currency is dropping. People are closing down. Businesses are closing, like what Mr. Eringay has said. The people at the top, you know, and at the same time, for those people at the bottom, the salaries are not going up. It's you're still receiving the same salary, but you're expected to still buy all the groceries you had with that $100. Your buying power is definitely going to drop. right? You're going to probably, before you were buying 20 items, now you can only buy 4 items. So times are really hard. They become really hard across, the whole pyramid as you have described it. So let's talk more about this buying power, Sharon. Would you like to expand a little bit on that, um, for us this afternoon?
Sure, sure. I was just thinking as you were saying about, groceries and stuff. Each time I go to the shops now, you look at what you've bought compared to how much you've paid, and compared to also other years you used to buy those things, a
Yeah,
big difference.
yeah,
The currency is losing that power to actually purchase what it used to purchase before.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can say, look, people are gonna think I'm biased here, but this is something. If someone asks me, how do you get your power back? I'll just say start an online business, like digital business. It can be anything online, because
Mm,
what I believe is online has we already have what it needs to start, like your
mm,
phone, Wi-Fi, things like that. So
mm,
you already have the basic stuff to already get your power back. Like that's currency
mm,
already for starting something online.
mm,
So it makes sense for people to, at least look into things, start exploring what's out there, how do we do this, and all that. So a digital business also gives that flexibility, like it works around what you already have going on. You don't have to
mm,
change anything in what you're doing. You can just sort of like bit by bit start doing what you do, learning the hoops of how it works,
mm,
maybe even earn an extra income from that. So I believe that's a bit of power you're getting back
mm, mm,
in
mm.
terms of buying power. So, and it's not for everyone. I'm not saying everyone should just leave everything they're doing and get into this. It doesn't have to be a digital business. It can be anything at all, with the system, with the right setup,
Mm,
training, but you can start from where you are.
mm,
So, yeah, I think that's a bit about what I can think about when
mm,
I think of buying power.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to just hit on that point. Mr. Eringai said, so the people at the top with the brick and mortar businesses will be closing. They are going somewhere. They are closing, but they are shifting and they are going somewhere. And especially during now, when we have this inflation, they are going to find ways to make money digitally. Definitely, definitely. Um, and so it's actually a, the better time, I believe. But let's listen to Nashley. Nashley, what can you say? What can you add, to this point? Smart earning strategy. When people are shifting and they're coming digitally, what can you say?
Thank you so much, Rijeko. So honestly, all points shared very valid. It's scary to think of, what life was a couple of years ago, or maybe just about before we hit COVID and into now, as to, what I've seen change, or how, even when I moved to Australia, this is going back 11 years ago now. A lot of
Mm,
changes has been, and I didn't think that I would have been here if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, oh, would you have pictured this? Houses right now, I've got a house sitting across the road, and it's at least 900,000 plus offers here in Australia. So I'm like, oh my god, like this is the same place one person actually bought 10 years ago, around 300,000, or just over 300,000, and you think then that was a lot of money. So it only has been something that is forcing, myself, including people around me, to say, so if everything is going up, groceries, fuel, I fuel my car, I'm like, how is it that I'm doubling in everything that I'm paying for now, and still not getting a lot of, much from what I got paid from my old job? So
yeah.
it's a very an interesting moment to be living, and for sure we wonder what the future is, or what it lies for our kids, or what does
Mm,
that mean for generations to come, as far as they
mm,
have to do with, using ways that they can use to earn money online, if it's starting an online business or traditional one. I mean, both have different perks, But like everyone has already mentioned, people are moving on to systems that they can mostly control, or things that, with everything happening, you can't determine what inflation might be next week from now. But what we can do is, what are we doing in the now for our future, for the future of our kids? Because one day, I mean, I won't be surprised if we're told to say mortgages are going to carry on to your kids, because no one seems to be able to pay it, pay it off in the 30 years we were given to begin with. So it's a very scary time. But when there is fear, it doesn't mean that we all should sit and just complain about it and wonder what could happen or what ifs. We face what we have on, and I guess continue to use systems and leverage off systems that are in place for us when opportunities do arise, such as one like this. We're sharing, we've got an amazing platform of an online business that is actually a way that more people are leaning into, so that it doesn't control how much you get paid. You're not kept as to how much you actually earn. You are always at liberty of having more than what you ever had in your traditional job, where you'd have had to go and do your hours. So it's an important aspect, I guess, people can look at, and not rely on one income, or wait for one person to sort of be the breadwinner, because gone are the days when maybe our own parent or one person would have been the main person to bring in income in household. It just doesn't cut it now. You have to do with more. You have to, if you love being a mom, say a stay-at-home mom like myself, I still think Ali, try be there for the kids, but still also provide financially, so that it's not burdening one person. You're trying to move everything as it shifts, as the world is shifting and everything is moving into online. People buy online, people spend money online so much. But sometimes when you look at an online business, then you're thinking, oh, well, it can't be real, or it can't be. Open your eyes to what's new. Don't limit yourself as to what you were told is the traditional way of making money, because there is new things that are coming up online every day. It just depends on if you have the right system, such as ours, which has everything you need for you to succeed. So that's what I would add on to that. Thank you so much, Ujeko.
Mute.
Sorry,
Just
I'm on mute. I was saying that is so perfectly said, so perfectly said. I really love that. And and just adding on to just what you've said, guys, she said, yes, let's lean on new ways of making income. And I want to say, remember, we talked about the boom, right? We talked
Mm.
about, people actually shifting, ways in which they're actually earning their income, and how during such times like this, very sensitive times, people actually shift, they come, they move in, and they move digital. It just shows to show you the potential. It goes to show you the amount of business that is actually available, that is happening online. So thank you so much, Nashley. I love that. Thank you. Moving on to you, Mr. Erengai. Uh, let's talk about our systems and supports for people who don't know us. Maybe it's your first time and you're coming across this live. What can we share to these people?
okay. Well, I always want to start with some background so people can understand better.
Yeah.
I'm a parent, and I think other parents can share the same sentiment, right? As a father or as a mother, your priority is to spend time with your kids,
Mm,
right? You want to spend as much time as possible with them. Your priority is also to provide for them. Um, your priority is also to leave a legacy. You know, as a parent, how do you want your kids to remember you? Do you want to be remembered as someone who spends most of the time at work? It comes late, it goes early at work. Okay, as a parent, do you want to be remembered as someone who doesn't have time to play with the kids? Remember, yesterday I had like I was about to go out for work, you know,
mm,
and
mm,
my son took out a game. Said, "Daddy, can we play a game? I have a mess game to play." I said, "Okay, Zane, uh, I need to
mm,
go for work."
mm,
Then I thought to myself, but this is not fair. This
mm,
child does not understand all these things.
mm,
Okay, today I'll be late for work. I'll stay with my kid for 20 minutes. I'll play with him. Then I'll go for work later. You know what? I was late for work. But
Mm.
yes, I chose to stay 20 minutes with him
Wow.
so that I can play a game with him.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
because sometimes you run out of excuses. He says, okay, Daddy, can we go to the park? I want to go for work. Daddy, can we play a game? I want to go. No, I said, no, 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 no. This should stop,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
These kids, they don't want toys. They don't want gifts. They want a present father. They want a
Mm.
present parent. So I
Yeah.
think if it hits me, it can hit any other parent here.
Mm.
Now,
Mm.
I'm going back now to our business model, right?
Mm.
Um, when I chose this business, I didn't want another job. Like if I'm doing a business, I don't want a business that feels like it's another second job, takes my
Mm.
time, everything. So I did not choose this business because it's easy. No, it's simple business, but like any other businesses, it's not easy. It takes resilience, it takes
Mm.
consistency, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of discipline
Yeah.
and dedication, right?
Mm.
And mindset as well. You have to
Mhm.
be trained mentally to think as a business owner, right?
Mhm.
But despite that, the main reason why I chose it is because of automation, right? Because
Mm.
I don't want to spend all my time on a laptop or on a phone,
Mm. Mm.
right? I need a business that runs in the background for me. I don't have to stop going for work. I don't have to stop playing with my kids or spending time, quality time with my loved ones because of a business, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to be again unavailable because I'm running a business. No, the goal of this business is to spend time with your kids,
Yeah.
to reclaim your time back. That's the goal of this business, right?
Mm.
So the tools that we have, they allow me to do that, to spend time
Mm.
with my kids, to go for work, to do whatever I want. And I know the business is running for me in the background. So I chose this business because of automation. It's not that because it's easy. No, it's not. Is if we see someone online and say, join my business, it's easy. By next year, you'll be having um,
Well, there'll
yeah,
be.
you retire. No, they're lying to you. If it
Mm.
is if it is a real business that is going to be sustainable, that
Mm.
is going that you are going to live for your kids and is going to
Mm.
leave a legacy,
Mm.
is I don't think it should be easy.
Yeah.
A real business, you have to get a foundation right first.
Yeah.
You have to build system, you have to leave footprints, blueprints. So if it's easy, then there's no blueprint, there's no footsteps to follow.
Mm.
How are people going to repeat what you have done? But if it takes time, it takes training, then you are able to leave it for others. You can show other people how you did it. You see, you can leave a blueprint. So I chose this business because there is already a blueprint that has been proved for more than 10 years now. We are following
Mm.
the same blueprint,
System.
right?
Yeah.
Right, right. So it's already proven to be working and used by thousands of people all over the world. No matter your background, you're educated, you're not educated, with this business, as long as you're willing to learn,
Mm.
the ground is level. I know there's a doctor, I cannot mention her name, but she used to work. It's not about money. People are
Mm.
losing it. It's about freedom.
Mm.
Yes, it's about freedom. This is the concept of
Yeah.
online business. So this lady in our business, she was running a surgery. She was running a dental surgery. She was
Mm.
earning a lot of money, a doctor, but she closed because of this business,
Mm.
because she wanted more time. You see, she was always busy at the dental surgery, taking care of other people. but not you, not your own family, not your own kids. You're taking, yes, other people are taking care of, but what about your own family? You see,
Mm.
she closed and she's running full time this digital business. So it's not about time. It's not about, it's not about money. It's about time. Sorry.
The freedom. The
Yes,
freedom.
we have engineers in this business. Why?
Mm.
It doesn't mean engineers don't have money. They have money,
Mm.
but they don't have the freedom. They don't have the time for themselves. You see,
Mm.
if they're not if they're not available in terms of hours, there's no money coming in. You see,
Mm.
that's the idea. So we have the tools that allow you to do whatever you want to do. The business still runs in the background. There's a lot of things that I can say, and you have the mentorship. I'm a mentor. Now a coach.
Mm.
I can help you to start. I can help you as long as they are willing. Sharon
Mm.
is here, is a mentor. Reject is a mentor. Nashley is a mentor. As long as they are willing
Mm.
to, yes, as long as they're willing to start, willing to challenge yourself, right? The blueprint is there. The help is there. The
Mm.
training is there, step by step. So there's a lot of things that I can say, but in a nutshell, it's all about your mindset and if you are willing
Mm.
to.
I love that. I love that, especially on the point. It's not about the money. It's just about your freedom. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Sharon, let's dig the heels a bit deeper there. Let's talk about financial resilience in this business for those that are thinking how it works, those that are thinking of joining us.
Thanks, Rejeko. I think Aaron Guy has actually tilted the ground for me there.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I was actually just thinking when you were saying all that, I'm thinking, oh, that was me. That was me, you know. So with resilience is all about when things are hard or things are tough, you have the strength in you or something in you that keep going forward. No matter hard, you may even fail and you fall, but you have the power to sort of like get up and go again. So to build that financial resilience in this business, I find um, I had times, Aaron Guy can testify to this. I would go like, Eric, I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You just feel unsure. And like you were saying, you were spot on to say if anyone tells you it's easy, they're probably lying to you. Not
Yeah.
to say it's not doable, it's doable, but we
Yeah.
can't really say it's easy. You still have to put in the work and all that. So
Yeah.
there's times I've gone and I'm like, am I doing the right thing and all that? So instead of me thinking, uh, I've made the wrong choice. Maybe let me not leave this altogether and not go forward. I chose to still learn and still continue to fight because there is the blueprint. You already said, you guys have said, there's already the blueprint. There's already the people making it. It's been there for years and years. And if everyone else is doing it, why can't I if we have the very same platform? So yeah, definitely resilience. You need to have that something in you to sort of like, even if things are not going your way or the way you want it to go, you still find it to say, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I will still do what needs to be done and fight. And also mindset is Aaron Guy has already said it all starts from there really, because by the time you're thinking, oh, am I making the right choice, it's already started up there somewhere, and you're telling yourself all sorts of things. So your mindset has to be in the right place, and you have to have that building mindset where if even if things are not showing today, you still know I'm building something. It's not necessarily about having overnight success. I've started my business today and I'm
Mm.
expecting to be paid tomorrow now.
Mm.
So this is going to be a process where you're going to be building slowly. And it's different for everybody. It can be a few weeks, a few months, a few years. It's all sorts. But you have the blueprint or the support and everything else you need for you to make it. So it's just a matter of taking each day as it comes, little consistent steps, and not to show up today, then tomorrow you stop and hope, things turn out all right. So it's a matter of little things, and even if no one is applauding for you,
Mhm.
even if you don't see it straight away, the results, but it's already doing something in your mind, it's already doing something. And you
Yeah.
guys said it beautifully, it's not about the money only, it's about also your mindset. It's about, all these things. Even me just coming on camera like this, I
Yeah.
was not this confident. Well, sometimes I think I'm not that confident, but I couldn't really do this. But now I'm here, I'm doing it. And it's those little steps of doing everything, little things that need to be done day by day. So, consistency, yeah, people have already talked about that. And you don't need a lot of time. That's the thing. It's not like you're gonna need a whole day or a whole month to start doing these things. Small steps, even if it's a few minutes here, a few minutes there, today, tomorrow, you keep doing that. Yeah, that builds that resilience, bit by bit. Even if you feel like it's not doing anything at all, something is already happening. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. If you come to that point where you know what you're building for, if it's your kids, if it's your life, sometimes you don't have a life yourself because you're busy looking after other people. Just remember your why, and then little steps. That's it. That's all you need. You don't have to be perfect. And with the support we've got, oh my goodness, you will find that there are people you would think, oh, how do they do this? But they're doing it. So yeah, no perfection needed at all. It gets better as you go. That's what I gotta say. That builds the resilience. Thank you,
Mm,
Jacob.
mm. Awesome. I absolutely love it. Mr. Eringai had to go there, but that's fantastic. I think everything that was shared on this program was so beautiful, beautifully put. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's the concept, the whole idea we wanted to put to you. It can be done. It is doable. We are doing it. We and these pointers that we are giving you, such as resilience, is what you actually need to make it into this business. We are not buying you a scam. We are trying to show you the reality. We are trying to educate you. We are trying to raise awareness that actually, this is actually what can actually work in your household, especially in such a time as this when things are very hard. It's not about you stopping and you trying to look for another job. It's about thinking of your choices, thinking of the choices that we have now in 2026, thinking like how the big people think, the big minds think. They're closing their businesses, but what exactly are they doing to make that money? Because they're not closing and just crossing their arms. They are closing and doing something. They are moving in the digital space, and there's no other better example we can give you. Like in the time when we had COVID, we had lots of businesses closing down. But guess what? In our industry, we were booming because they were actually coming into the digital space to still earn money. So if you're thinking about it, what are you waiting for? This is actually the time for you to do it. I want to say thank you so much to all the audience that have been watching us. Thank you so much. Please just drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching us from our YouTube channels, just subscribe, share, and like as well. And yeah, from me and the girls. We really hope to see you on the inside. And hopefully, ladies will come again with more, 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 more to feed our people.
Absolutely.
It's a
Absolutely.
good night. It's a good night, good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. Bye.
Bye, guys.